Right, how you doing, everyone? I'm here with Carl. We're out on a run, first time ever going live.
Yep.
Pretty cringed out at the minute.
Yeah.
Just had to confirm my age with TikTok, and it guesstimates my age. I'm not going to tell you what it was. So, so we're just trying this live out and see how it goes, and tell you a little bit about our story and go from there. So, yeah, like I said, this is Carl.
Hello.
What's your page, Carl?
Carl's Run with Carl Stew 72. Carl with a C. STEW 72. Run with.
And
we're before it.
And we're trying to be influencers, so trying our hardest to mainstream our careers. So what we're doing today is pretty much going for a run, and we just try to do some new content, trying new things. So we've just been doing some scripting. Carl put me as an actor, doing a bit of improv.
Got some proper comedy sketches for you to follow, so hit us up for that later on.
By the way, I wasn't asked. I just ended up dancing around like a ballerina.
Yeah.
But
And the best, the unscripted ones like that.
run towards me, Will. Do this, Will.
Put your hands like a T-Rex.
I don't need to do that, my arms are that short anyway. So, a few things. So I started doing all this only a couple of weeks ago. Speak to a couple of friends, said about the journey. So I'll go with a little bit about my story and then pass you over to Carl. So I've only been running since last January, like properly. And I only started running mainly because what most people do is down to fitness, down to getting healthier, and that's the only reason I started doing it. But then when I started getting the weight off, I started actually getting really addicted, and then finding my times come down, and not too bad at running. Absolutely hate it before I go, but feel great after it. And then different things I've tried has put me into the position I'm in now of sharing my story, because I've done a lot of races, brought my time down, failed on a lot of things, succeeded on other things.
On a lot of things, yeah.
Alright, it's what's worked for me and what hasn't, but I'll tell you now, I'm still learning, still got a hell of a long way to go. And that's why I started TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all these lot. And that's pretty much where I'm at. And we're also gonna share some other news after Carl has his story. So Carl, why did you start and how did you study
I
for
started
yourself?
a long time ago. I used to play a lot of football and thought I'd do a couch to 5k to get a bit quicker and get my fitness up, and then it just flipped on its head. The running just took over. Just started doing park runs, started doing 5k, 10k, next thing half marathon. Next thing I thought I'd start a running club, and
No, you're right.
the next thing you know, 10 years later, we're a UK Athletics affiliated club from Sandymore in Runcorn, Cheshire. A few hundred members. Smashing it. People doing everything at 5k, ultra marathons, backyard ultras, the whole lot really.
Just put on there, backyard ultra. I won.
He won it.
I won. Carry on.
Yeah, he didn't pay me for that, you know. So I'm at Carl Stew 7. Oh, I keep getting it wrong. Run with
You
Carl
can't edit this, Carl.
No, that was
Can't
my
go
old,
live.
that
You
was
can't
my
edit
old,
it.
that was my old one. So run with Carl Stew 72. Carl with a C, Stew, STEW 72. But yeah, so I'm chairman of the club. I Will recently joined and has been like smashing it. Smashing his PBs, and his 5 and 10k half, and he won our backyard ultra.
Oh, I did.
Which was 12 hours, 4 miles every hour for 12 hours. I think you wanted to win it from the word go, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to win, but what I didn't take into consideration is I had to complete the whole 50 miles. So my aim was to run as fast as I can for the first 6 laps, 26 miles, 4.1 mile, try and get as fast as I can. And it worked.
Yeah.
Then I got on to lap 7, and then I was like, oh shit, I've got to finish the whole 50 miles today. So,
See, most people do it the other way. Start nice and easy.
nah,
You go slower.
Nah.
Gradually slower.
problem was, the most I've ever ran before that ultra was 13, like a half marathon.
Yeah.
That's the most I've ever ran. And then me going, oh yeah, I'll do a 50 mile ultra. you know what, I'm going to go for the win. Stupid, but I don't regret it. It's one of the best things I've ever done, and now I want to do a hell of a lot more kind of running like ultras.
Yeah.
I want to do a marathon, but for me, for the marathon, I want my first marathon. It sounds like a big
You're going to say something stupid.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say.
It's like my first time, like I'm losing my virginity. No. I want my first time to be a decent time and a good effort. So I want to do a lot of training, get some advice off these lot, do a bit more work,
Yeah.
and then have a good run really.
Problem being, once you start doing longer distances, naturally you lose a bit of speed. That's what happened to me. I was doing really well because I was the only run leader at the beginning in the early days of the club. I'd do my couch to 5k, I'd do the Monday run, I'd do a Wednesday run, I'd do Friday morning, I'd do Saturday, I'd do Sunday, and running a marathon as well just absolutely knackered me up. And I'm only just getting back to some of my race times from like
How do you
10
put my
years
watch
ago.
on?
Oh no!
I've run about
Oh my god, it don't count, go back.
I've run about 4k without, but you're gonna have to tag me in your Strava. That is the worst thing in the world. Ran about 4k, 3k, probably one, and I haven't even started my watch. What a waste.
I know.
Um,
Can't remember what I was saying there.
yeah, because I was just about to put in. I'm
yeah.
running, by the way, on this video, or live actually, you're seeing me ducking and get hit by trees. Because Carl, yeah, he's on the path, and I'm in the bush.
Go on.
Gotta look after the older ones.
Veterans, vintage, not old.
Vintage. Like a still cheese. No, so one thing we do before we end our first live video, not as a couple obviously,
Not yet.
can't do it weird. So me, Carl, and a guy called Mike, all from the same running club, we're actually going to start a podcast. 3 men chasing a PB.
3 men on the BP. 3 men,
3 men and a BP. See, I don't even know what's going on.
BP? What, petrol station?
I'm struggling. No, bruh.
Didn't even have his watch on, I don't count this.
So-
3 men and a PB.
3 men and a baby.
Yeah.
God, that's weird. No, we're going to start sort of a podcast to share our stories, pick a subject, talk about it, probably take the piss out of each other quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Talk about failures, things that succeeded, what training worked, what races we're doing, what races we've done. Come on, breath. Sort of loads of things really, rather than just doing the TikToks and Instagram. Actually talk like we
Yeah.
are now, pretty much like we're doing this live video.
Yeah.
Is doing stuff like this on a more regular basis.
I'll ask some tangible questions.
Thank God he's talking, Sander.
About some tangible questions about running gear, trainers, vests. We'll talk about chafing. We'll talk about bunions, bloody toenails, lubrication. You know, it's all coming. You're gonna be spoiled.
This is not a dirty video. We're talking
It's
we're
not.
about running.
And I'm heavy breathing. And I kind of don't mean to be.
So yeah, it's sort of behind the scenes kind of running stuff and having a bit of a laugh, but just seeing if it helps anyone else. If it's less miles, Carl, we're
Yeah.
going up here. Carl's took about 50 shortcuts today.
Remember, I did 8 miles yesterday. So, nothing else to say.
I don't know, have we never done a live video.
No.
People are watching us going, what are them two doing? 2 old men out of breath.
So obviously they'll know your thing. So run with Wells.
Yeah, so if you think it's a good idea to do a podcast and share all our stories and what times we've got, what PBs we're chasing, then let us know if you think it's a good idea in the comments. PB wise, I'll go with Carl first. Can you start from your 5k?
5k, last Saturday, Widnes Park run. 21:38. 9 years it took me to get that. A half, I thought a 10k is 43 something, and my half is 1:38, which again was all this year. It's usually the run around.
You were in commission off this.
Yeah, no, I ran a marathon, which was a long time ago. It was 3:57. Yeah.
So, like I said, I started running last January. My first 5k was 41 minutes, which is alright, you know. Any time's better than none. So my PB's up to date. My 5k PB is 19 minutes 38. My 10k PB is 41.59. My half marathon is 1:35.09, and marathon is still to be decided. But my aim, so what I want out of 2026 is I want to get a sub 19 5k, which I'm training for now, even though I'm out of breath and I'm dying, and we're running at 5 minutes a kilometre. 10k PB, looking at, I want to get a sub 40 to be fair. I want to get a sub 40 before the end of 2026. Half marathon, I really want a sub 1 hour 30, but I did the Jubilee a couple of weeks ago and I struggled to get it in 1:35. But I'll keep going, I'll keep trying.
Oh, he'll do it.
And if I can bring them 3 down, then I'll go for the marathon. In my head, I'm not going to touch a marathon until I hit them 3 PBs, and then I'm just going to concentrate on training for the marathon.
Well, then what about after that then?
Death.
No, from Ironman.
Ironman, not really.
I'd love to do one, but I just don't think the swimming.
No.
I agree, it can't be hard. We'll come through it.
I absolutely hate swimming, so God, Carly's right. Not interested really in the Ironman, but I'm interested in a lot of the ultras. 50 miles, 1 mile. You've got San Francisco, you've got and you're all going to be cringed out when I do a hard box. It's okay.
Try and get closer to the sub 25k, and then just sort of work. That should have a knock-on effect then on the 10k and halves. Doing a 1 mile and 22 miles, 10 mile.
So if you think this is alright, funny, interesting, annoying, then let us know. And we'll see you on the podcast.
Can't see 72.
Okay, contact it.
That went alright.
So it's still going. Sorry, we don't know what we're doing, it's still going. How do you knock it off?
Yeah, I think what we should have done is when you... Can you see some stats?
So we're going to look up really